Hey, what's up, y'all? Give it up again for Byron. I mean, I ain't gay or nothing, but if we were locked up together, I'd fuck him. But I'm just saying, I ain't built for prison, though, man. I ain't built for prison. Because they don't have my size uniform in prison, you know? Like, the biggest size they have is a 2X, you know? And I can't walk around prison with a 2X, you know, uniform on. It's one thing to look vulnerable, but look fuckable? I can't do that shit, man. I can't do that shit. So, it's Black History Month, the last day. Y'all made it. Congratulations. Shit, because I'm over Black History Month. Y'all look like y'all over Black History Month, too. I'm just going to say that. Because, like, I like to call Black History Month 29 Days of George Washington Carver and White Guilt. That's what I call it. You know? Because, like, Black History Month, that's, like, what made me over it, though, was when they said that Wendy Williams is a black icon, is a Black history icon. I'm like, Wendy Williams? We went from Martin Luther King to Rosa Parks, now we got fucking Wendy Williams. It's the best we can do, you know? And I was like, what did he do? You know what I'm saying? What did Wendy Williams do? I was like, I know what it is. Wendy Williams is the first female talk show host to average 1,500 yards of receiving in high school. I'm just saying, I'm not saying Wendy Williams is a man. I'm just saying that her clit has balls attached to it. And then they always talk about George Washington Carver and how George Washington Carver came up with hundreds of uses for the peanut. And I was like, well, why? Why would you come up with 400 uses for the peanut? And then I thought about it. George Washington Carver was the first black man to realize that only white people have peanut allergies. He was a fucking revolutionary. You know what I mean? Like, he was in this lab like, yeah, motherfuckers. Put some of this peanut butter on your cracker. I don't know why, but George Washington Carver sounds like Chris Rock in my head. But we always talk about black heroes, but we never talk about the white heroes, you know, like Robert Downey Jr., you know, the first white man to get away with blackface, and rightfully so. Have y'all seen Tropic Thunder? I ain't never seen a nigga play a nigga like that nigga play a nigga. Like, I think Robert Downey Jr. should have also played War Machine, you know, like he should have did both of them. I'm just saying. Like, I believe that Robert Downey Jr. should get an NAACP Image Award, you know. Because NAACP stands for niggas ain't always color kids. Man, I had to work today. You know, if any of y'all ever have to work on a Saturday, well, that shit sucked. Man, I had to work today, man. I was like, man, I hate my job. I hate my job so much I called out sick for the parking lot. You know? I was like, I ain't gonna make it in today. My manager, he was looking at me, he was like, I see you right there in the car, why didn't you come in? I was like, I got rectum blindness. It was like, rectum blindness? What's rectum blindness? Can't see my ass coming in today. That's what rectum blindness. Because like my job sucks and it don't pay me enough. Like I'm broke, you know what I mean? Like, don't let this outfit fool you, this is a Christmas present. But, I get to wear this outfit once a week. I'm saying I'm happy, I'm straight. But like I'm broke to the point where like you ever had to borrow $20 till payday? On fucking payday? You know? That kind of broke, you know? Like I got a flat tire on my car, I couldn't do shit about it because my shell was already on the car. That type of thing, you know? And dating when you're broke is fucked up, you know? Like dating is so fucked up when you're broke. Like I'm on a date, I pick this girl up, and we're driving. And my gas light comes on. Now, she looks at the gas light and she looks up at me. So I look at the gas light and I start thinking, if I gotta get gas, this bitch ain't getting no appetizer. As a matter of fact, she's ordering off the kids menu. Like, can we get a cheese sandwich and some crayons, please? Well, like the best part of dating for me is that moment when the bill comes and I pull out a coupon. And the gift card, yeah. Like, yeah, bitch, you thought you was the only one getting a free meal tonight? And I keep online dating, you know. My favorite website online is Plenty of Fish, you know. Plenty of Fish is my favorite website because Why be handsome and charming when you can just buy the pussy for wholesale prices? You know? I mean, it's the truth, you know? Like, you can get some quality ass for a box of Fruit Loops and a large wine punch. You know? Kids be eating Fruit Loops, I be eating they mama, you know? I'm just saying, like, you give a chick $15 for a background check, she'll give you some hair so good you will snatch your wig off and throw your hair like a graduation cap. You're like, damn girl, you ahead of your class out there. You valedictorian out this bitch, right? You know? And all my name is kind of fucked up too, because, you know, as you can tell, I'm a big dude, so I get chicks with defects, you know? No, serious. Maybe a lazy eye, missing the front tooth, maybe some chest hair, you know, something like that. You know? And you gotta be careful, it's not all fun and games, you know, like dating. You know, you gotta be real careful, you gotta watch out for the red flags. I'll tell y'all a little story. I was talking to this girl on Plenty of Fish, and she was like, why don't you come over to my house? I was like, who, where do you stay? She was like, Martin Luther King Boulevard. I was like, damn, they be killing motherfuckers on Martin Luther King Boulevard. But I went anyway, because, you know, horniness is a son of a bitch. So I get there, another red flag was, she had like a screen door, but there wasn't no screen on the door, wasn't no glass on the door. You know what I'm talking about, bro? And then behind the screen door, there was a beaded curtain. Not a real door, a beaded curtain. You had to knock like this. There's another red flag, a roach answered the door. His name was Ricky. So I was like, yo, Sharon home? He was like, hold on a second, we'll go get her. Goes upstairs, and here she comes downstairs. And the first thing she does is she stomps on the roach. Dead serious. I was like, damn, they really do be killing niggas on Martin Luther King. But what was real fucked up was, like, as her foot was coming down, like she was stomping on the roach and her foot was coming down, there was another roach in the corner talking about, Ricky! I was like, damn. You know, and it was an awkward date. You know, I'm trying to take off her bra. She's trying to take off my bra, you know. And then she pulls out a pistol and a dick, you know. Yeah, I got catfish molested and robbed. I was crying on the way home for all the wrong reasons. I done told this nigga he looked good in some jeans. What the fuck is wrong with me? But I have bad luck with love. You know, I have bad luck with love. I was engaged. I was recently engaged. And she called the wedding off because Rennie Center came and took her ring back. She was like, I thought diamonds were forever. I was like, nah, baby, diamonds are 400 payments in 1999. I miss three of these motherfuckers. So then she was like, I can't believe you so broke. I was like, how you not know I was broke? I proposed to your ass at Popeye. And she left with the Rennie Center nigga. Ain't that some shit, man? Left with the Rennie Center dude, man. It's one thing to see Rennie Center take your PlayStation, but your woman, how do you explain that shit to the fellas? My boys come over, yo, where your girl at? Man, Rennie Center got it, dog. That's cool, man. Let's take your mind off of it. Let's play some 2K. Rennie Center got the PlayStation too. And the thing is, though, man, I don't miss her so much as I miss her food stamp card. That was the real MVP, you know what I mean? We had food with commercials, you know? You ever bite into a Snackwell Mint Milano cookie and wash it down with some silk almond milk? And I didn't even know almonds had titties. Nah, it's cool. It's cool. Like, you know, if you didn't laugh, that'd be a problem. Yeah. But it's a big adjustment, though. It's a big adjustment when she leaves with the food stamp card. Now you gotta eat at Dollar General, you know. It's a big adjustment from name brand food to Dollar General, Southern Valley shit. That shit tastes like poverty, you know. How the fuck the salt needs salt, you know what I mean? Yeah. So what's up, man? What's good with you, man? What's your name, bro?
Craig.
Craig?
Yeah, Craig.
A white dude named Craig? Oh, and you got bass in your voice, man.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, you seem like a sensible dude. You mind if I ask you a question?
What's up?
You ever had your dick sucked from the back? Nah, you haven't. You ain't missing nothing, bro.
It's overrated.
Yeah, it's way overrated. Way overrated. I'm telling you, my girl called me. She was like, I'm gonna suck your dick from the back. I got excited. I started burning candles and shit. I couldn't wait for her to get home. I was trying to get my dick sucked from the back. But then I got my dick sucked from the back. They ain't tell me that you had to be face down and ass up. You don't feel like quite a man with your face down and your ass up. I'm in the middle of the bed looking like a turkey. I'm up there just praying to God like, Lord, please don't let me fart. Oh man, y'all were fun, right? So I was on Facebook reading around, and I saw that Madonna got a fake ass. Y'all hear about that? Yeah, Madonna went out and bought her a big ass, like a Nicki Minaj booty. Look it up, Google it. Madonna got a fat ass now, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know how I feel about that, because Madonna's like 62 years old. And being 62 years old getting a new ass is like being 62 years old getting your bachelor's degree. Ain't nobody gonna want you, you need 5 years experience for it. So let me ask you a question. So I was on Facebook. Do you think Bill Cosby's laying up in his bunk right now, looking up at the ceiling, thinking about the one that got away? Like I gave this bitch horse tranquilizers and quaaludes. How'd she jump out that window so fast? And Bill Cosby's America's dad, you know. He's America's dad, so who saw it coming? Apparently not 61 white chicks. I don't know what they saw coming, but it was probably big. That's all I'm saying. You know, and the thing is though, like I didn't know, but I kind of blame myself because I didn't pick up on one huge fact, one huge clue that Bill Cosby, you know, used to let us know what he really was. Think about it. Bill Cosby was famous for playing a gynecologist that worked in his own basement. See, think about it, yeah. And in the black community, there's something that we always say that Bill Cosby's in the Illuminati. Like he sacrificed his son and he's in the Illuminati. I don't think Bill Cosby's in the Illuminati, but I do think there's a nigga named Illuminati inside Bill Cosby. That's all I'm saying. Sex robots, let's talk about it. I was on Facebook, I saw that they have sex robots now. And what it is that you can fuck a robot and then you can actually get a robot pregnant. You have to buy the egg so separately, just the catch. And an egg costs like $20,000. Yeah, $20,000 for an egg. And sperm is $1.59 a gallon. Ain't that some shit? And I was thinking, how would I feel though having a robot baby mama? You know? Like it's kind of cool because I always wanted my son to be half Terminator, and I always wanted to fuck Rosie from the Jetsons. So, but having a robot baby mama could be fucked up, you know. Then you gotta pay your child support in Bitcoin. You know? You gotta worry about some random Roomba touching your kids. You know? And I'm telling you, I love Facebook because I think Facebook should be called the news because you can always tell when someone gets a new house or a new car, a new nigga, you know, you can always tell. But the thing is, I'm an asshole. I like to talk shit. You know, that's just my thing. Like, for example, there was this one girl, she posted on Facebook, am I fat because I dunked my biscuits in gravy? I I was like, nah, you're fat because you don't 12 biscuits in. You know. And I don't like when fat people blame their glands. I'm a fat person. I don't blame my glands. It was not my glands that drove the Wendy's and got an 8 for 8. That was some of y'all look confused. An 8 for 8 is when you get 2 4 for 4. But you get different drinks so that the lady at the window don't think you're a drink. I'm just saying, this is my life. And just to tell you a little bit about me, I'm an 80s baby. Any 80s babies out here? You ain't? You have to be. I saw that, bro. Yeah, I was 83 pounds when I was born. The big ass baby.
82 pounds.
Yeah, 83 pounds. I was one of those Donahue babies. You know? I was born with diabetes and titties. My dad said it was like watching a horse being born because after 2 hours I stood up and walked down to the cafeteria. It kind of hurts that y'all laugh so much. No, it was an emotional day for our family, you know. My mom was crying because her hoo-ha looked like Free Willy's blowhole. My dad was crying because his wife's hoo-ha looked like Free Willy's. He was just standing in front of the crevice like I created, just like, how am I supposed to fill this up? Ironically, that's what they were saying about me down in the cafeteria. That's fucked up. They named me Henry Boney. Ain't that a fucked up ass name for a fat kid? Henry Boney? Like, that's a Nickelodeon ass name if I ain't never heard of one. And then I actually Googled myself. The funny thing is there are 13 other motherfuckers named Henry Boney. That means there are 13 sets of parents that was looking at the baby like, you know what? Henry Boney, that's it right there. I think we should sue him. I don't even know why I told that joke. That shit sucked. Yeah. But the thing is, though, you know, with a name like Henry Boney, you hear a bunch of jokes, you know. The best one I heard happened in the 5th grade. We were in English class, and my teacher asked for an example of an oxymoron. Yeah. Some of y'all got to think about that. But an oxymoron, so everybody in the classroom, she asked that question, looked directly at me, and every hand went up. So the chick beside me gets called on. She's like, an oxymoron is when you take 2 contradictory words and put them in a phrase, like Henry Boney. I looked at her, I was like, really, Mom? That's why I don't take you to Parents Day right there, you know? I'm just saying, because she embarrassed me in front of my girlfriend, you know? My girlfriend was in my class. Her name was Mrs. Spencer. I love me some Mrs. Spencer, you know? Because she taught me things that would help me in the real world. Like how to roll a joint and find the clitoris, you know? And real life shit. I say what y'all want to. In my experience, being molested is fucking awesome. I'm just saying. I was not a victim. Now there was a victim, that was Mr. Spencer, her husband. Apparently he was being cuckolded by a 10-year-old, you know? And I remember the day he called us, he gets home, and there was a red huffy in his parking spot. He walks in, and he sees juice boxes and yogurt packets, clothes strewn all over the place. And he goes to the far back and he sees me and Mrs. Spencer, butt ass naked, doing our times tables, covered in Cheetos dust, you know? He was like, what the fuck's going on? I was like, hey man, I was just showing her how many times 10 goes into 40, you know what I'm saying? So I woke up today, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm a woman now. You know, it's 2020, you can do shit like that. So which one of you fellas gonna buy a bitch a drink? Oh, you don't like BBWs, is that what it is? That's fine. I'm an independent woman, I can buy my own damn drink. First person I told was my girl. I was like, babe, you're a lesbian now. Yeah, she went and got the strap on. It was an ugly situation. Went to work. Stood up in the middle of a meeting. I was like, I am woman, hear me roar. And they gave me a standing ovation. And the paycheck that was 20% lower than normal for some reason. Yeah. It's cool. I take maternity leave, so we're even. I still can't tell my dad, though. I can't tell my dad because I'm sure my dad is homophobic, but my dad's old as hell and he's country as hell, so I'm sure my dad doesn't know what homophobic means. Like, for example, let me tell you another story. Me and my dad were watching Divorce Court because we like to bond watching motherfuckers break up. And there was a gay couple up there. And my dad turns the TV off. Doesn't change the channel, turns the TV off, walks out the room. I was like, Dad, what's going on? He's like, I'm not watching this gay ass shit. I was like, Pop, you sound real homophobic right now. I said, homophobic? I ain't scared of no fucking homos. I was like, damn, Dad, it's 2020. You can't say homo anymore. It's little people now. You know, and it's 2020, other shit's fucking up relationships. You know, that's just like really ruining my relationships. I'm stuttering. Ruining my relationships like Titanic. Y'all ever seen the movie Titanic? You have?
No.
You haven't?
Of course.
I was about to say, it's like a hood classic for white people. That's like Boys in the Hood for white people. Well, see, me and my girl, we were watching Titanic. Well, she was watching Titanic. I was waiting for the best time to pull the titty out. And it gets to the point where Jack and Rose were in the water, and Jack let Rose get the wood, and Rose gets on top of the wood, dripping wet, watching Jack drown. And my girl looks at me, she's like, Dad, if that was us, would you let me get the wood? I was like, babe, that would never be us. They ain't let black people on the Titanic. I'm just saying, we would have been on the SS Johnson. As far as I know, that ship didn't sink, and they would have told us during Black History Month. So then she got serious, she put the titty away. I was like, all this hard work for nothing. So I had to save it. I was like, babe, you know I love you, and you know me. So you know I would never die for a chick I just met 3 days ago. I don't know what the fuck I was about. She was like, Jack did. I was like, well, Rose is fucking. You wanna be honest? Jack got some ass. Jack got nude pics. You know how hard it was to get nude pictures in 1920? 3 days after meeting my girl, you know what I got? Blue balls and mixed emotions. And other shit that's fucking up relationships, cell phones. You know, my girl wants to go through my cell phone. And her logic is, if you're not cheating, you have nothing to hide. Well, I'm not cheating. I'm trying to. Real hard. That can fuck some shit up, I'm telling you. Something else. I don't want to go to my phone, honestly, because I don't want her to know what my mama really thinks about me. You know? Yeah, see, dudes gonna lock them phones at night, not because they cheating, they don't want you to know what their mama said about you. Tell you what mom said. My mom said, the cookout starts at 4, you bringing that silly ass girl with you? I said, yeah. And I can't go through my girl's phone, you know, because I know I'm gonna see some shit I don't want to see. Not even gonna lie. Went through my girl's phone, I saw a dick pic, and it was bigger than mine. Now, I didn't even know it was a dick pic. I thought it was a snake. I'm like, what is this to the zoo? I'm just saying, like, and the sad part is the nigga took the pic, he was like this. You know, I was like, damn. And then when you see a dick pic of your girl's phone is bigger than yours, oh, you gonna get mad. But you can't tell nobody why you mad. Like, I can't tell my mama why I'm mad. Can't tell my dad why I'm mad, because he's going to yell at me for looking at another man's dick. And then call me a little person. You know what I mean? And when you see a dick pic in your girl's phone that's bigger than yours, there's going to be trust issues. Like, we're having sex. And she was like, it's the biggest dick I ever seen. I was like, you lying motherfucker. I saw Trevor's dick in your phone. I didn't know what was going on. You know? But the thing is, those trust issues actually helped her. I went, you know, like she had me going to like white people shit. She had me going to pumpkin patches and shit, you know? I learned something at the pumpkin patch shop. I learned that pumpkin is the white man's watermelon. Yeah. See, white people love some fucking pumpkin, I'm telling you. They got like pumpkin spice lattes, make pumpkin pie. We had a potluck at work. This lady brought pumpkin soup. I didn't even know that shit existed. So now every time I show up to one of my white friends' cookouts, I show her the pumpkin. But I know you people actually expecting now, so
Congratulations.
and we're expecting a miscarriage. I'm just saying, we are praying for a period right now. As soon as I found out she was pregnant, I got down on my knees. I was like, Lord, make this bitch bleed. Hey, don't. Oh, she got down there with me. She ain't want no baby. And the thing is, she asked me. She actually came to me. She was like, babe, would you give me the money for an abortion? I was like, hell no, get your husband to do it. She was like, how? I was like, go home and say, hey, guess who's going to be the stepdad? He's either going to do one or two things. He's either going to punch you in the stomach or give you money for an abortion. Either way, the problem solved, right? Oh, that was really fucked up. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. That's our experience. Some people actually want babies. I don't know why. You motherfuckers suck. I got a son. He looked up at me. He was like, Dad, you're my best friend. I looked at him. I was like, son, I don't make friends. I make mistakes. I was so sensitive. Yeah, I don't even have a son. Shit. See? Yeah. Hey, don't judge me. Shit. So I guess before I go, leave y'all with this last thing. So I believe God is a woman. That's one thing I do believe. Oh, you agree? Yeah, I do. Just look at the earth. It's well decorated, ain't it? Thousands of flowers. Only a woman will come out with a top coat with 1,000 different fucking flowers. Ain't no man gonna do it. If God was a God, it'd be one flower. It'd be marijuana. And if you smoke it, your dick could be huge and you could fly. Another reason I think God is a woman, look at the menstrual cycle. Ain't it fucked up?
Yes.
Only a woman would do that to another woman. That shit got Mean Girls written all over it. Let's think about it. What dudes you know gonna shut the pussy down for a week? Exactly. If God was a guy, the menstrual cycle would be something totally different. Every month, women would get a really bad headache, and the only way to stop it would be to suck a dick. Which brings me to my last reason I believe God is a woman. Women have teeth. Good night.